Hey, what's going on, everyone? AMR back with another Browns franchise. So in this one, I'm going to be focusing mostly on the gameplay. We have a pretty tough matchup, honestly, going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs, for those of you that saw in the last episode, have a very different looking team. That being said, as like you look down here at the bottom, they do have Stephon Diggs. I wish they would be able to like look at more of their team. I think we can go over to the weekly strategy and take a look at what they're going to be looking like here. So they do have Deshaun Watson, who's a star dev. On defense, they do have Marcus Davenport. Let's just go ahead and start the training process. Let's see if we get any type of injuries that may happen. Again, this is like one of those things that is like the unexpected wherewithal that you don't really get to have the advantage of. I do have injuries turned on. However, I did turn off pre-existing, so no injuries so far throughout the week in practice on the, I think it was defensive side of the ball. Looking over at the offensive side of the ball, I think we're also looking pretty good. No injuries, so I'd say it's success so far. So let's go ahead and jump in. Oh, before I actually go ahead and do that, let's go ahead and choose a draft class. I personally think it would be best to just do a auto-generated rookie class. I know that there are probably some things out there where you could go out and try and find like the share that's equivalent to what next year's draft class is going to be, especially now that we're getting closer to the Madden 23 being released. However, that being said, this is a theoretical draft. It was a complete redraft in fantasy, so I don't think that it's that relevant. I am excited to see that this is a strong quarterback class. As you can see on the right-hand side, we have an F overall there. I do think that, how's the left edge, right edge? Not really that strong. Middle linebacker is going to be one of those positions that we definitely need to target. D-tackle as well. Right guard, we have a B right now, but that does not mean that we can't move people around on the offensive line. But that is a high-level overview of what those star positions look like. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump on over into some gameplay here. So as you can see, we have Myles Garrett, Khalil Mack, and David Bakhtiari being our key players over here on the left-hand side. We're an 84 overall, facing off against the Stephon Diggs, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Brian Sheriff led team of an 80 overall. I think I'm gonna go ahead and rock some color rush. Yeah, now we looking snazzy. All right, let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay here. Really excited to start the franchise off here. All right, so jumping into the gameplay here, we have to kick off the season with being on defense. So not too bad. We have Justin Tucker, love to see it. Playing at Arrowhead as a game one is never a task that anyone wants to go for, especially when you're trying to familiarize yourself with who plays where. I pretty much like to run out of a man coverage. I don't really like having to play zones. I think that leaving your CPU into zone coverage just is asking for it, honestly. And we have some superstar talent at the corner position, so definitely not a big concern to me. Okay, I have a read on the running back. I'm trying to think of who their running back is. I want to say it was Melvin. No, it's Tariq Cohen. Just laid him out. Down to high. Oh, they have shit. They have Saquon Barkley in the running back position. That's an interesting one. I'm going to be running the zone check here. Kind of just looking. Coming up with a hard hit. That's tough. I need to put some pressure. We have too much talent on the O-line, or the D-line. What? Okay, so that's honestly my bad. When I switched on to him, he stopped all of his momentum. I thought that he was going to continue running and then I could just jump up. Honestly, just a user error. I'm still learning how to figure out some of these controls and learning my team as well. Not too worried though. It is only the first drive of the season. Deshaun Watson's very talented with Saquon Barkley back there, and they also have Stephon Diggs. I mean, they have a very strong offense. Kadarius Toney, I think, is our return man, if I'm not mistaken. He's pretty darn good. In real life, let's go ahead and run out of some gun formations. I like to pass the ball quite a bit. Ooh, okay. Not bad, not bad. go ahead and see what Hayden Hurst can do. Get him targeted right away. He is a star dev, so I'm looking to get him as quickly up to speed as possible. The Steelers, notes from around the league, you got the Steelers down there kind of taking what they want away from the Bills. Close game with the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. Kind of power rushing here. Again, for those of you that don't know, I was able to get Raheem Mostert as my star back with A.J. Dillon as my bruiser back. I think that just makes a lot of sense. Wow, he got open quick. That's OBJ. He's going to be deadly. I think that I can get him up to superstar by probably week 12, if I'm not mistaken. Look at Raheem Mostert just fighting for yards. Okay, you got Raheem Mostert in the backfield again. You're going to have Devontae Parker come across your screen on a jet sweep. Not bad. Don't hate it. Raheem Mostert falling into the end zone. Cool. I'm going to put Devontae Parker on a curl and see if he can get open here. If not, I'll just probably end up putting Hayden Hurst on a left around. Yeah, he didn't get open, so now expecting to get some type of a better block. Come on. Devontae Parker's got to be able to block the ball, or block his guy a little bit better, especially after kind of getting owned on the route. Oof. That's their A.J. Dillon. You can just tell like the size difference between the two is just unbelievable. Okay, I have a lot of people on the line here. Probably, realistically, I should be checking out of this, but I do want to just kind of test the defense, see what we're up against. Held their own. We're still on the one. Ooh, this is not too bad. I'm going to put Devontae Parker on a zig, and I have Hayden Hurst running that flat route again. Oh, he's wide open. Easy. Offense looks crisp. Okay, now I didn't really care for what I saw out of our team in the opening drive. It seemed like they kind of had too much room to run with here. Khalil Mack with the hard hit stick. Love seeing that. I'm going to be blitzing quite a bit. I'm not going to lie. My team is so stacked on defense. I'm constantly hit sticking. I don't care. I think that as long as you just keep on bruising these guys, you're just going to start causing all kinds of chaos and fumbles. I'm going to try and see how Myles Garrett is as a user. I've never had to actually use him before. Oh! Did you just see what he did? Absolutely dismantled that man. Kind of just going to be using Dante Hightower on this route. Looking around. Okay. Probably ended up losing a yard off of cutting it back like that. It's a very Stephon Diggs thing to do. Get a little too squirrely. Dante Hightower actually has just a straight up blitz on this one. Ooh. Saquon with really good hands out and outside. That's going to be tough. I might have to adjust my coverage here. We do have a very strong secondary, so maybe running a man blitz is the call here. That should be intentional grounding, in my opinion. I don't think that was in the vicinity of a receiver. Uh-oh. Stephon Diggs looks to be hurt. Changing up our scheme up a little bit. They're kind of running a really high route here. Nice. Not bad. I got to figure out what to do on defense here because they are just kind of like walking all over us. Forced field goal, I think, would be a win in this situation. Of course, you want to go for a turnover position, but I just don't see it being 100% plausible here. Okay, that's not terrible. How do you get beat that hard? Who's 81? Who's number 6? Adrian Amos. Okay, so he's actually probably, I think, our worst secondary player. So it does make a little sense, I guess. I'm going to try and push up the middle with Ndamukong Suh. Right away, pressure in the face. As long as I feel like you're adding all that added pressure up the gut, they're just going to start crumbling quite a bit. I'm going to put Myles Garrett on a bull rush here. And Jesus, dude. He did throw it on an undercut, it seemed like. Wow. Forcing a field goal is not terrible. I mean, this is a tough environment to play in. That being said, my defense is pretty sour, bruh. Go ahead and get into the gun formation. I like to get a little bit of movement going here. So you got Hayden Hurst. I'm going to put Odell on a streak, see if he can get open right away. I think he is open. I wanted to throw the ball away. I wanted to, and I just couldn't get there. I got to remember that I have Big Ben and that I cannot rely on wheels at all to get me out of some of those tight positions. I think I can check out of this and flip into a... Ooh, flip in the play. It's actually not a bad idea. I kind of misclicked, but I do like what I see. Flags are just going to be destroying our team. If this is another holding, I'll take it. He was kind of attacking the hole there. There was two of them actually. Let's go ahead and check out of this. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Hayden Hurst is going to be our primary target here. He's open. Ooh. He was open. He probably should have came down with that, to be honest. But I really want to get Hayden Hurst the ball here. Yeah, that's a horrible read. I should have just thrown it away. I tried to force the ball in there, and I really did not need to. I wanted to throw it under so that way Hayden Hurst could work back to the football, but he just never really did that. Man coverage here. Yeah, not too bad. Saquon coming across. Ooh, that's a hospital pass right there. For those of you that don't know what a hospital pass is, it's essentially when your quarterback leaves your receiver out to dry. And what that means is you have a guy who is pretty open, it looks like initially. He gets the pass, and then the linebacker just absolutely puts him in a feeding tube. Like, he just clotheslines him, it just rips his head off, basically. Read that play all the way. Jalen Reagor, I mean, Khalil Mack's is going to be a force to be reckoned with out on the outside. Myles Garrett, is he on... Is that Myles Garrett? Oh, it's Khalil Mack. He's already got his superstar ability popped. Interesting. Really good come down for the catch there. Screen, I think. God damn it. This is tough. Deshaun Watson already has almost 200 yards passing. It's not even halftime yet. I think I got to drop back into a blitz coverage. I've been giving them quite a bit of cushion here. Go ahead and drop Khalil Mack back. He's open right across the middle. Really good sack. He had the man open. Honestly, like, I was pretty late getting over there, and it looked like they had to get 81 wide open. I'm actually gonna use her onto Thompson. Okay, not too bad, honestly. Again, it looked like he was kind of open there. I have like the middle of the field coverage here, so I'm a little nervous. 12 is wide open. Push him out of bounds, forcing another field goal. Honestly, not the end of the world. Kansas City has yet to come off the field without any points. Cody Parkey as a field goal kicker. It's nice to see him actually make field goals. Come on, I'd be nice to rip one off with Kadarius Toney, wouldn't it? Oh my God, I had that little sliver of daylight right there. We only got about a minute and 18 seconds to work with here. I think this is going to be pretty tough for us to do much with. I'm going to put OBJ on a streak and just see what he can do. Not the end of the world. You got to catch that ball. First game of the season, and we are kind of struggling out here. I can't really tell what is going wrong. Just probably part of the problem. I think I just got to punt the ball away here and pray for the best. Otherwise, we would just be putting ourselves in too much of a position to lose. There we go. That's what we needed. I could rely on my defense right there. Just had to trust it. Oh, he gets around. That's a very good return. Deshaun Watson is kind of fast, man. That was really quick. Go ahead and go into a single back formation here. See if we can get some slants. If not, I think that we can check down. It's not the end of the world. Of course, call a timeout. All right, we have 2 timeouts, so let's go ahead and try and check out of this actually. I kind of liked it, and then I didn't. Really bad. How do you drop that football? I don't understand that at all. Raheem Mostert with an easy touchdown. Probably should have done that on the first play, but I got greedy. I really wanted to get Hayden Hurst in there. I just think that he's going to be such an asset for this team. It just makes way too much sense to try and get him going as soon as possible. We do actually receive the football here in the second half, so things are looking very, very bright for us. I think I'm probably going to end up having to do some adjusting on the depth chart here. I like Kadarius Toney a lot, and I'm not seeing him out on the field a lot, so I'm thinking that that has a lot to do with the fact that he's not our slot guy in the specialists. Dante Hightower kind of scares me, but he's got to cover him immediately. He's open on the flat. He's got to get back over. Saquon on the cutback. It's not the end of the world. Off. Let's go. Going into halftime, we have a 1-point advantage over the Kansas City Chiefs. Things are looking pretty good. Andy Reid looking slim. Let's go ahead and try and get a return here. Darius Toney is a return man. He's going to be pretty good as our return guy. He's very fast. He's a talented player, and he's only going to get better as the season goes on. I think he's actually 89 in real life as well. I think that's his actual position number. Or not position number, but jersey number. Go ahead and start off with just a standard running play. Get Raheem Morris kind of going again. Just kind of run it down their throat, especially while they're kind of trying to get adjusted in real time here. My plan is to try and push the defense up so that way they have to respect the fact that he is there. Not bad. That is probably the most that any of us have ever seen Big Ben move out of the pocket in his entire career. I think he was much better when he was like early on. Position on him. Hayden Hurst could definitely get open on this play, but if not, I'll just check down to X. Wide open. Ooh, just misses him. Not too bad. It's worth taking a gamble on that play. Let's go ahead and I like the screens. They've actually been reading it somewhat well though this entire game. Spreading them out like this might actually work to our advantage here. Oh, we got a good block on the outside. Raheem Morris getting to the outside. Really well done. All right, so now I think we come back with that play action again. See if that is still running that double high safety. It's a little frustrating. I would have thought that potentially, okay, I think he can get behind. No way. Okay, in my defense, I shouldn't have thrown it into quadruple coverage or whatever it was, but whatever. They might start off with a run play here. They don't. Cover that. Bang! Push him down. Is that incomplete? Gotta watch 81. I'm like, 81 has been like the guy that they've been targeting kind of a lot here. Really good coverage. Cover 3 match. I like being on Khalil Mack here in this situation. I think 81 is probably going to be their target yet again. Wow. Myles Garrett is a force right now. Okay, I like OBJ on this. I'm going to go ahead and run crossers. So by that, I just mean I'm going to have Hayden Hurst go in the opposite direction. X is open. Get a good block. We have a first down now. OBJ should be right around like 50 yards receiving, I want to say. Somewhere around there. Oh, he's at 80 yards receiving. Very nice. Hayden Hurst, I'm going to go ahead and develop him down again. Is not open, but Y is. Ahead and user shift off of that. Come back with a run up the gut here. We do have a lead. We do want to make sure that we're not giving the ball back to them with a crazy amount of time. Actually looks like a really good formation to be doing this play off of. I'm just running a stretch, trying to cut it back in, a couple yards here and there. Raheem Mostert looks like he's averaging roughly like 4.5 a carry. I like this actually. Don't like that. That sucks. That sucks. I was watching the corner and he was coming downhill and I still threw it. And I still threw it. I deserve everything that I got for that play. Now they're probably going to convert this 2-point conversion, force me to score. He stepped out. Oh my God. Okay. Not the end of the world here. I like play action. I really do. I think that it draws the defense in, allows your guy to develop behind, get him open up top, and he's wide open. Love it. Devontae Parker on the 79-yard touchdown. Right away to answer. Ball was perfectly well thrown. It wants us to go for 2 here, which I don't necessarily disagree with. He did! He got 2 feet in. Oh my God, I thought that he was out of the back of the end zone. Really well done by Marvin Jones Jr. to be able to get 2 feet in. Love to see that. So overall, I think our team's doing pretty well. Let's go ahead and run a cover 6. It seems like that seems to be like the kryptonite for Deshaun Watson, at least so far in the game. He'll probably adapt at some point, and at that point we'll just go ahead and adjust our defensive scheme. But for now, it just makes too much sense to keep him kind of bottled up. Saquon averaging right around 4 yards a carry. Pretty slow game for him, honestly. I would have thought that he'd be closer to like about 50 yards by now. It's all dependent on play type, or playbook, I should say. Just as I say that, he ends up busting out a 11-yard reading the zone. Saquon's kind of getting bottled up here. Right around 5 a carry now after that rather lengthy carry. Let's go ahead and drop into a 4-man coverage. Dante Hightower should be able to take away some of the middle of the field here. That being said, just never. Really well done. Devontae Parker is interesting out on that side. I need to watch him. He could end up running right by him. Oh, he's closing. Oh my God. Hayden Hurst on a streak. Let's see what he can do. Let's go ahead and just get some yards if we can't. What the? I said to slide there. And he's out here being Superman. He's channeling like 04 Big Ben. Get the first down right before the end of the 4th quarter. Got really bailed out right there. That was pretty bad. I had a guy wide open. I think it was RB. And I held onto the football a tad bit too long. Okay, waiting. God, he's open, and I can't get there in my mind. It's like one of those things where I want to like force the ball in. David DeCastro, can you please not be hurt? I can't afford for you to be hurt. We already have a very bad right side of the offensive line. 2nd and 10 here. The guy is pressuring hard. Go ahead and get him upfield. Come on, you gotta stay in bounds there. I hate when Madden has the animation that just like takes the player out of bounds. There's nothing I could do there. I can't fix that. It's not really giving away too much right away. Really well done. So the way I tried to play that is as soon as I saw the guy go up, I realized that I had no opportunity to try and contest that in the air. And I've found pretty good success with just trying to run like a hit stick lower on him and tabletop him. That's what I would do in real life too. So, oh, pick 6, baby. Let's go. Hold me dick. Then we got to a 10-point lead here at Arrowhead on the season opener. It is looking really, really good after a rather slow start. I think we just had to figure out what's been working for our offense, honestly. And I mean, we kind of got bailed out here and there. again, I'm going to have to try and figure out ways to get Kadarius Toney more involved in the offense. I feel like putting him in the slot role will be better, and then having OBJ be target. Oh, put the ball on the ground yet again with another hit stick. Look at this. Game's getting out of hand now. So now we jump up to a 2-score game. Things are really rolling for the dog pound here. Really excited. Go ahead and miss the extra point. No, we didn't miss the extra point, but 36-19, not too bad. We are just a little bit into the fourth quarter, but if we play this game correctly, then we should be able to close this game out no problem. Feel free to like challenge me on this, but I don't think that Baker Mayfield is the guy that the Cleveland Browns seem to be going with long term. I don't see him as like a good scheme fit. He's just not scary enough as a quarterback to like make people have to trust or to have to respect the passing game. He had injuries this season, but even his ability to like read a defense was kind of subpar in my opinion. He threw a couple of balls this season where he tried to force the ball in. By no means am I trying to say that I can do any better. But then again, like he's getting paid all this money to be able to do stuff like that. And god damn it, dude. The animation took me straight to the quarterback. Me roughing a passer. The guys that they're up against. My D-line is really strong. I'm going to go ahead and just run straight up the gut here. Another pick. Don't stop. See if Bryce Callahan can get around Deshaun Watson. He can. It looks like it's going to be yet another pick six. Unbelievable. Yeah, after I changed up the coverage to a zone coverage and left a lot of our extended secondary into zones, it seems like they've had a much harder time adapting. Well, at least Deshaun Watson is having a harder time adapting. At the first half, he almost had 200 yards at the half. And since adjusting our defense, he has only been able to get maybe 100. Deshaun Watson's got 3 picks right now. I'm going to go ahead and use her on Myles Garrett here. I'm going to bull rush, see what can happen. Oh my god, almost another pick. Yeah, our defense is disgusting right now. I'm super excited. Khalil Mack in the secondary, interesting. Not really too concerned, honestly. Yeah, he's just gonna throw it away. Probably a smart move. Are they gonna punt here? Ooh, they're going for it. Okay, it's interesting. I'll just use their Akeem Hicks on this one. See if I can get a nice little. Ooh. Okay, so he did not complete that pass. Interestingly enough. Okay, now we are gonna go back into a counter. Dude, counters in Madden are overpowered. Change my mind. Is not the worst case. Probably could have thrown that a tad bit earlier, but I didn't, so leave me alone. I was basically like trying to decide which one I wanted to go to, and then when I saw that our offensive lineman kind of had the edge, as you can see right there, you just don't want to go into that. It just gives the defensive lineman a too easy of an out. Go ahead and kick our field goal. We are putting up a 50 burger in the first game of the season. After almost going into halftime without a lead, we have since turned around our team tremendously. And, you know, after the first season here, if I end up deeming that this is like too easy of gameplay, I'll for sure go ahead and adjust the sliders, the difficulty, all that kind of stuff. I don't want to like try and make myself seem like a good Madden player, because I'm definitely not. And I just think that for now, this is like a good base point. I typically do play on All Pro quite a bit. And, you know, this whole like idea of doing a redraft and stuff, I wanted the focus to be more on just seeing all the different landing spots of where people are, and then gameplay as we go, and we'll get stronger and stronger when people start getting more attuned and accustomed to guys being at certain locations now. Okay, could have gotten another defensive turnover. However, It was just too hard for our team to jump on the ball there. Going back down into a cover 4. I like using Shaq Thompson, honestly. He's doing really well. Oh, man. Oh, fumble. Look at... Jesus, dude. Akeem Hicks, big boy, be falling on that ball, boy. Just keeping this. A.J. Dillon, I trust tremendously. He is a monster of a human being. Watching him... What is going on my tight end / left tackle situation? He was pretty much right on top of each other. And this is pretty much exactly what the Green Bay Packers do in real life. They have Aaron Jones do like the primary of the coverage, or carries I should say. And then they just have A.J. Dillon come in towards the end of the game and just constantly just Hingle-McCringleberry hump his way into first down after first down. He's so talented. On a little counter, get Raheem Mostert back out there, another fresh set of legs. I could honestly check out of this given how the corners are playing press coverage. Oof. Go ahead and call a timeout and see if we can get one more on the board. By no means do I want to try and embarrass teams, but that being said, I kind of do. If I don't score on this play, I'll probably just end up running again. It's not a huge deal. Oh, I just ran right into that. What kind of audibles we got? I like that kind of a lot, actually. I told you it. So game recap here, we had a 57.5% completion, not the best showing. However, all things being considered, our defense is our strong point. So it doesn't really surprise me that the offense doesn't need to outshine the other offense. It's really about whether or not our defense can continue to just dismantle. Bryce Callahan was spectacular in coverage there. I think he's 28, is that right? So I got 12 points off of that. I'm not really going to use that just yet. I'm going to go ahead and answer the media question here really quick. Okay, John, many folks, including yourself, thought this team would perform better last season, but things did not come together. How do you avoid that again this season? From start to finish, the coaching has to be consistent. Leadership starts at the top, and that means the staff has to stay on point. The players in the locker room need to stay focused on our goals. This is a playoff team, and they need to show that every week. We start by forgetting last season. This is a different team, and it's a team that knows we can't miss the playoffs again. Plus win. Okay, not too bad. I like that. So that's going to do it for today's video. As always, if you like today's content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And in the next one, we'll be going off against the Houston Texans, but I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.